Greetings, my faithful followers. Today I'm going to be giving you a 3 vs 3 31k battle, and it's actually going to be pretty freaking amazing, seeing how I was a total noob and went AFK before I completely selected my army, and when I came back I hit the start button, everybody else was ready, and I realized I had only gotten 13 Royal Pikes gold. So, we are going up against Greece and 2 Romes, and I only have 13 gold pikes, which is not very strong. I mean, it'd be a lot better if they were Spartans, but seeing how they're just royal pikes, which are rather weak compared to Rome and Spartans, then it's going to be very difficult for us to pull off this battle. So, I'm going to speed it up. I wanted to show you this formation that I copied off of a Greek player. I can't remember who it was. I think quite a few of them use it, but yeah, it's basically like a chain type thing with your pikes, and I made mine just a bit longer than theirs is. They usually have like 5 a row, whereas I'm only having like 4, so you can, look it off of this and kind of mix it, but I wanted a bit longer. I don't know why, but I just decided to. My allies are going to be Greek gods Alexandros and I believe Titan's Beast, and we're going to be going up against Cal, I don't remember the other players, BH, and another guy we play 31k with, a random. So it's going to be a very interesting battle, and I want to go ahead and speed this up just so it doesn't take quite as long. Like the original game was 18 minutes, and I'm wanting to get it at about 10, just for video uploading convenience and commentary, because I can only commentate so much. So I'm definitely going to take the center, seeing how I do not, oh no, I'm not taking the center on this game. I want the right, because I do not want, is this the same game? I'm trying to remember. No, I get center on this game. I get center because I do not want to have my flanks wrecked by Rome. I was thinking of another game where I wanted the flank because Greece was in the middle and I did not want to face Greece. So yeah, this one Greece is going to be on the flank and then Rome will be on the middle, and that's going to make it quite a bit easier for me, so that's nice. Now, this is going to be quite hard because we really have to work our cav in this game, or they have to work their cav since I don't have any, because not only do we have the big infantry advantage, the cav's going to be about even since they took Greece, but mainly the cav is just going to win the game. Now, I didn't do that fantastic in this game. I think I did my purpose in this game because I only had 13 men, so I was kind of restricted on exactly how fast and how aggressive I could be, but I did my best to keep my allies flanks. And my main role in this game was simply to hold back Greece for a bit, because Macedon's pretty good at fighting Greece if you know how, and really the trick is to be a bit thicker than he is and keep your pikes in defensive and kind of like envelop him, surround Greece, and that's the best way. And when you're facing Macedon with Greece, the best way is to just push through them, push all your Spartans and then push to the back. And he's going to swing right, which is good, and I hope this isn't too fast for you. I know this might be a bit annoying, the speed, but I think it'll be fine. So right there, that's who's to my left. Alexandros is getting my flank quite well, and that's always nice. Those Spartans on my flank are kind of worrisome, but I'm pretty sure it's be able to help. Now, with your pikes thinner like this, and not so thick, it's going to help with Pila a bit, because the thinner your pikes are, the less Pila damage they get, because they're not as big of a target. And it goes the same with archers. The thinner out your archers are, the less damage, or the more effective they'll be versus other archers. So that's good. That's one thing good about this kind of formation. But the bad thing is, if they're too thin, your morale is just going to snap in half, and Urbans can just rush right through you. Now here, it's kind of an interesting move on Alexandros Force. I would have done it, but he was good because he didn't leave too many urbans there in his front. Green didn't, so we're going to be able to push right through him. The one thing I did not want him to be in the center of me for long is because if Greece would have just went in attack mode and just plowed into us, that would have been a massacre. But luckily he didn't, and we're able to push right through. And I'm going to do the same. Now, I did not want him to charge through my pikes with his cav, because if you charge through the back of pikes while they're down with cav, you actually take quite a bit of damage to your own cav. And I really wanted to be able to put my pikes down to help with the counter charge from the green cav, like right there. Put my pikes down and rush them forward and attack the cav, and that's going to help quite a bit. And then Beast is getting some good side shots over here while facing off, and he's just kind of holding with his infantry, but we're getting nice cav shots on the rear. And Beast is going to pull back his infantry, so he's not even going to engage. And there you can see those Spartans. I'm keeping them at bay with my pikes, and that's helping quite a bit. Now, I was going to go ahead and fold in that flank right there with Greece to protect against these two green roams right there, and because we're getting restricted seeing as how we have the big infantry disadvantage. But I went ahead and attacked that cav, and that was nice. So right now we have the cav advantage, but seeing as how they have so much more infantry, it's only going to do so much for us. So you have to really watch out for that. Now I'm going to come over here and use all my pikes against these Spartans. And I should win because I just have the mass amount. And you can see they're kind of encircling them and using those really long pikes. And that will tear Spartans to shreds if you have the big number advantage. Because, you know, Royal Pikes already have the big number advantage because they have, what, like 120 something men? Whereas Spartans only have like, I think it's 80 something. So I'm trying to attack on that flank, but I also don't want to get mass routed because he has urbans on my flank. So I'm trying to just kind of make a box and defend myself. And it's getting hard because Greece is still pressing in. Now Beast and Alexandros had some really good cav work, and that's what really pulled us through on this battle. So that's a call out to them. They did a great job. Some of the best I've seen in a while. As you can see, you can really see it, but because my camera didn't go over there. But what I gathered from what they say is their cav eventually just got worn down by the massive amounts of urbans that was holding it. So now they have the cav advantage, which is quite a pain. But Beast and Alexandros' men are doing a really good job holding over there because they have larger infantry presence. And because if they would have broke, I mean, that game would have been over right away, because I am only being able to do so much for these Spartans because I have two, and there's a lot more. But then we are winning just by flanking and more flanking. I think they would have won if they would use their cav a bit better right now, like going for the flanks instead of trying to rush right through. And also using wedge formation would have helped them a lot with run through. And we still have like 2 units of depleted cav right there and there, but not that much compared to his. But just by picking a unit apart, unit by unit, really working on getting those Spartans down, we're really able to drastically get their numbers down. And just once the Spartans are dead, it becomes a lot easier. And I was surprised, really surprised on how well those infantry stood against that cav, continuing cav. But I'm pretty sure they would have broke if he would have just went into wedge formation and charged the side instead of trying to rush right through. And right there, it didn't do anything because he doesn't have any charge bonus when he turns around like that. So it only does so much. And my pikes are just going to tear through his cav, and that's really good. Finally, Alexandros breaks, his general breaks, just because of so much infantry. But by then, we've already depleted his men quite a bit, and we have men that are all around the flanks. So we're effectively surrounding him, and my pikes are doing a good job of really eating through the urbans from a distance. Pikes mixed with urbans is pretty deadly, so you might want to watch out for that in the future. But we pulled it off. I mean, they mostly pulled it off, but I did my my job. But that was a really good game, pretty amazing, and I told them I was going to upload it to YouTube for them. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and stay tuned. I'm hopefully able to get. I really want to get 2 more vids out before I leave on Friday. So stay tuned for those. See you later, guys.